trying to share it. Earlier, the one that I made messed up for the... I made an event earlier and then it messed up. Why can't I find what I need there? How are you doing? You're good. Happy full moon. It's been a weird energy lately. There's been a lot of weird shit going on in the world. Hello, how are you? I don't want to do that. Stop telling me. Correct link. It's so hard to use this phone because I don't ever use it. Done. Alright. Hello. I was working this whole weekend after working at my corporate job doing the Cap thing, I feel. Yeah. We have a lot of Capricorn energy that's doing that. Boop. Alright. So those are sent out. I gotta pick this up. This is from a reading I did. It's a mess. Like all the different decks from a reading. I got a full-time job and my part-time one. Cappy Moon stuff on my end. Awesome sauce. Making up for lost time. Lots of abundance coming in. Happy full moon. I gotta get the deck, the right deck for tonight. Alright, move these decks out of the way. I've been feeling like not well today. I felt the divine masculine last week. Even the weekend I saw a lot of stuff concerning the sun and even saw Apollo stuff. Awesome sauce. Happy full moon, everybody. Welcome. This is the... Move that. Has the energy been sexual? Because I've been feeling that masculine energy. A little bit. I did feel some of that. I don't know if it was last night or the night before. What is... I don't even know what today is. I've been in a disassociation land from people and places and things. This last week has thrown me off a lot. Just completely disgusted with people and things in the world that are happening that just are like, what the fuck? So I haven't been feeling very, like, sexual, but I do know what you mean. I did feel some of that energy either the night before last. I knew it, yes. Why not feeling well? I think I'm just disgusted with a lot of the energies that have been happening. Like, I've been seeing a lot of shit this week that's like with the whole Trump and all that. Like, I don't care who wins. I'm not on either side of that stuff, but people who are like, oh, I'm a healer, I'm an empath, but are like, too bad it wasn't over to the right when someone fucking died. It's like, somebody fucking died. And then there's people out there who are like, oh, it was fake. It's not fake. A false flag is when it's portrayed in a way that is like, we think, oh, this is the thing, this is what we're saying it is, but it's not that. And it's very clearly not that. So yes, it is a false flag, but the event still happened. And so many people get misconstrued within that and think that they could just dismiss people's deaths and say horrible shit. I'm so sorry, Bridget. I hope you feel better. Thank you. It was so strong, it took me out. Much love and positive. Thank you. Yeah, I just have been not engaging with anything and trying to, like, not say anything, because I also know that saying stuff can cause an uproar. And again, I don't care on either side of that stuff, but like when someone fucking dies protecting their family, and then you're a Reiki master healer empath, and you're like, too bad it wasn't to the right. It's like, what is wrong with you? And I think I get impacted big when big events happen in the planet. Like when something like that happens, it fucks me up. It's happened every time there's been a big thing on the planet. And then other stuff too, like people saying shit to me that just makes things worse. People wishing death on Trump is terrible. Yeah, the death on anybody is terrible. And it's like, what do you think is going to happen to you for doing that? Thank you. I think I'm having a tower moment because I also haven't been feeling okay. And today I remembered and missed my twin again, but working on detachment, yeah. That's the best thing you can do. I've been honestly staying offline this month because of all the collective energy. Yeah, it's not good. It's like, yeah, these people they're humans. It's like, it is a messed up world. It's not okay. And I just get so frustrated when it's like, I know you are supposedly a healer and you're supposedly an empath and you're saying shit like that with actual like no empathy within you, and it's like, but it's not even that. They're just going along with what other people have said. Oh, too bad. It's like, you're fucked up. You're so fucked up. Yeah, it's not good. And it's like, it's either way, it's meant to cause divide, it's meant to cause all of this stuff. I think the reason why Biden has decided to out today, my intuition when I saw it, I knew 3 days ago that he was gonna out, and then he goes out, and it's like, today my intuition was like, because he does not want the repercussion of things to happen. Like, he doesn't want to get on stage again and be like, oh, because he's not going to duck. He's not going to be able to duck. And it's just, it's not funny, but it's like, I can see beyond stuff. Like, again, I'm not for Trump, I'm not for Biden, I'm not for any of it, because at the end of the day, it's all puppeteering. But like, I can see, even there's people out there who are like, dude, like, their Secret Service agents like have in the past, and like, there's no way any of what happened that day should have happened that day. But my biggest thing about all of it is the people who are like, oh yeah, I'm a light worker, healer, empath, and are like, oh, too bad, oh, it should have been to the right. And it's like, somebody fucking died, and the fact that our world is like this is just insane. And I think that us seeing things now can show, because people are trying to say that like he set that up himself. I'm like, you'd have to be really, really dumb to set that up yourself for somebody that's known as a bad shot to take a shot that close to your head. Like, you'd have to be fucking insane. But then to see like what's the repercussion after a few days is to see like, okay, obviously these people had a little bit more involvement in it than like what they're letting on. But yeah, the world is cruel. It's messed up. Hi there. So tonight what I'm doing is the full moon thing. I'm not doing readings particularly for people. I'm just going to see what comes through for the full moon and then do like a thing with everybody. So I'm not doing like free readings tonight, but you're welcome to see what comes through for the collective at this time. I trust the change unfolding in my body is what just came through with one of these cards. And it is safe and beautiful to express my sensuality. So yes, Melissa, that sensual energy is here too. This world is cruel sometimes. I don't think it was the setup, but yeah. Yes, the collective. Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever going to agree on anything with all of that stuff, because that's how it is by design. It's just another agenda to create separation between the red and the blue and the this and the that, and it works. And it works so well that even people who are claiming to be empaths and healers and all of these people are like, sure, too bad. No, with no fucking other words in there either. Too bad it wasn't. I'm so sorry to the family who lost a fucking dad and a husband and all of that. Too bad it was. No, they don't think about that. They're just, I don't know. I know sometimes I'm sensitive to things, but it just makes me sick. I want to be more sensual, but don't know how. I'm trying, though. I got my Mars and Taurus. Taurus is all about sensuality and being soft and feminine, but Mars is like is the masculine, where it's all about war and things like that. So I feel like you could be one of those people that is like sexy when you get angry, sexy when you stand up for what's right, sexy when something flusters you, and you know what I mean? Like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like let your passion show through what's coming through you. All right, so there's a clutter cleanse coming through with this energy, with the letting this stuff go. It says home, life, relationships, or health. Ditch anything that feels energetically heavy or stuck, which I've been doing for a while. Since the last full moon, I've been throwing things out. My dad's throwing things out. My dad's going back into the basement, so that's been another thing that's like throwing off everything. Because like stuff that's down there is gonna come up here, and then there's stuff in the behind there that's gotta move, and it's just more fucking shit to think about. But I'm throwing everything out or getting rid of things at a very discounted place because I don't want it anymore. I don't want to bring it with me when we leave. So like all of my candles that I have like 10,000 fucking little tins for, those are going to be going like very inexpensively because I don't want to keep all of those things. So I'll be putting those on sale. There's already a sale going on in the Etsy, but there'll be more of that. So we want to clear that stuff up. And then like, yeah, like the people, right? So like this whole week I've been getting triggered by people that I've known for years that are like showing the true colors within themselves, that they're not what they pretend to be. So I should just fucking block them. And like I've had a very strong urge to just block and delete people out of my life. So, you know, do it if you feel like it's hurting you in some way. Career or path, it says discard anything that creates self-doubt or has negative emotions associated with it. Keep what makes you feel confident, inspired. Throw away the papers and organize your workspace. So I've been trying to do that and like get prepared for the Patreon thing. Once the Patreon thing's set up, I have like a plan of how I'm going to do what I do online, and I'm done trying to do everything because I'm just one person. But you know, think about that too, Melissa. You're like, I'm taking on this full-on job and I'm doing this other job. You know, try not to do too much. But we do. Rick is good for clutter clearing. He's got a degree clearing clutter. And then style, personality, or womanly confidence. Donate all clothes, adornments that do not uplift you or make you feel beautiful. I have not worn, like, I didn't even know I had this shirt until tonight when I put it on. I was like, oh, I didn't know I had this shirt. Or these pants. These are my mom's pants. But like, that's another thing. When my dad goes back downstairs, I can actually see my clothes and continue to discard them. But like, there's so many clothes that things that I didn't know I owned were like underneath those piles of things that I don't really want anymore. So donate all that stuff that doesn't uplift you anymore. And then that card is 36. I don't want to, you don't want to burn out. Burnout is not fun. I feel like I kind of burn out every week or every month because I try to do everything as possible to like catch up and get what I need done. But at the beginning of this month, I was like already in a position to be like, okay, like I don't have to fucking kill myself this month because I can at least do what I need to do this month. But we, don't want to do that to ourselves. We want to have a little bit of a balance where it's like, I can afford to eat and sleep and do my things, but I don't need to, because then you're not going to be able to do any of it at all. So your sensuality, it says place your palms on your belly in the shape of an inverted. We've done this before with your thumbs touching near your navel. So like the picture here, and then taking several deep breaths into the fullness of your hands, feeling your breath like at your womb, over your ovaries. Feel your breath spreading deeply throughout and activating and awakening that area of your body. Keep breathing into your ovaries and begin to feel the awareness of your pelvis, your yoni, your kidneys, your breasts. Continue circling that energy within you for several more moments and welcome gentle acceptance as memories or feelings arise. Rest your hands in your laps in a yoni mudra and imagine a beautiful pearl beneath your navel, storing this bright healing energy. So you can do that if you're wanting to activate more sensuality. I have more like a certificate. Hey man, you're the expert. Own it. Be the expert. Like, I got a PhD in clearing clutter. I have to keep doing this social media stuff too. I'm on Threads now, and my writing is getting more engagement. That's awesome sauce. Keep doing it. That's the thing too. Like, show up places where it makes sense for what you're doing. There's another place that's good for writing. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but there's a person that I know that, like, she wants to get on social media, and she, like, struggles with all of them except for one place where she's, like, excels at every, like, she pulled out her phone and she's trying to show me all this shit to do it. I'm like, why don't you use that then? Like, you know everything about it, use that. She doesn't see it for herself. Can't think of what it is. I've had it before, but I got rid of it because I didn't want to have more stuff. But it's like, it's just another one of, like, it's kind of like Threads. I meet resistance with kindness. Also, I did a 5-day challenge thing that brought up a lot of shit for me, I feel. Like, it was to do with abundance and money and all of that, but, like, all of the people in there had awesome, like, experiences, but also on the opposite side of it had a lot of, like, resistance. You know, a lot of shadows came up, but that was part of it. Like, there's people in there on day one that manifested $20,000 out of nowhere. There's people in there. I mean, there was like 20,000 people in there doing it, but there was a lot of people that were also meeting it with resistance because we were connecting with, like, the subconscious. That's why I was drawn to it, because I keep being drawn to do the subconscious stuff with the dolphins, and I still got to do that. I was going to do it differently than I normally do, and I wanted to see if these work with it. I think they might. Abundance. They don't really work with it, but whatever. I could still let people have one. I was gonna, because I don't want these. I have way too many of them. 1, 2, 3, like, a lot of them. They still look alright. It's a good place to put your candle. But I was gonna, like, make that be a part of it, to send it, because there'd be homework for, like, writing a letter to yourself, like, parts of yourself. That one's a little bit thicker. There's blue and pink, which makes sense for the. Why is that one so much bigger than that one? So maybe that is why. Dolphins are connected to the water and the blue. I need those candle holders. Well, I'm gonna be getting rid of some of them because I bought them by mistake at one point, and then when these candles showed up, I didn't even realize, but I've been clearing out clutter, and I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. So, like, I'm gonna sell the thing on Etsy where it's like, you can get just the PDF part of, or just not a PDF, but like the video activation and the homework to go along with, like, the subconscious dolphin cleanse. But if people want to get this to have as a part of that with it, that would be like a separate thing. Is how I think I'm gonna do it on Etsy. I'll either do it on Etsy or my website. I haven't decided. There's like a block within me when it comes to Etsy because they make it so difficult to do certain types of posts. But I have a lot of them. It's a box that I bought. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 12 of them in here. So I'll figure it out. I'll see how I'm gonna do it, but it'll be a part of that if people want to, like, upgrade their thing. I'll either do, because I could do six people purchase, yeah, because that will make it easier for me. There'll be 2 each, if I can. I don't even know if I have enough candles. This is the one thing that I needed to figure out. So let's see. I have enough for 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, and that's that of those candles. So there'll be 3 people that can get that extra added on, and then the other ones can just do the activation part. The red candles might work, but I might use that for something else. You need something like that? Yeah. They've all been sitting here, and I just keep forgetting to look at it, and that's like the one thing holding me back from actually posting it, is like, let me go look. But it's because I don't know in the top of my head, like, what's here. There's only one red candle, like that size. The rest are a little bit tiny. The only ones that I feel like really work with it are the blue ones, which makes sense. I don't know, maybe I'll just do 1 each. That way 6 people can get it, because I don't have a whole lot. That was what, but like anybody can do the activation with the homework, but if they want to have like the lighting, because I was gonna like do like a thing on them, you know, write on them, roll them, put like some stuff to do with it. They can light the candle while they do their homework, which is like writing a letter to your subconscious, writing a letter to your shadow self, igniting stuff that needs to be healed and cleared. Alright, and then I have all the stuff to roll it in over here. But anyways, yeah. What do you recommend to strengthen faith and hope that the best is yet to come? I saw that earlier actually on my posts, and it was like, cause I see my memories every day, and like I saw the memories of like my dad came out of jail 7 years ago today, and then like, you know, 6 years ago things are getting better, and then 5 years ago I was like at the beach, and then 4 years ago I was at the beach, and then 3 years ago I bought a huge thing of stuff for the Lyme disease, like every fucking thing possible, $300 worth of stuff from Vimergy, and I could just, you know, and then 2 years ago, not a good time. 1 year ago, it's starting to get better again. So it's like, things aren't always going to be easy. Things aren't always going to be awesome sauce. Things aren't always going to be like on top. But they will get better, and I feel like we do go through cycles. So even just looking at where you've come from and what you've made it through, because if I could go back to like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, right, like when I was buying all that stuff on Vimergy, that's how much fucking desperation I had in myself. That's how fucking sick I was. That's how miserable I was. I was spending $300 in hopes and prayers that one of those things was going to help, and none of them did. But to now, like, what I'm being upset about, like, it's not physical, right? Like, I'm physically able to walk, I'm physically able to do things, I'm physically able to show up again. So it does get better. But there will still be days where it feels miserable and depressed. Like, there will still be triggers, there will still be obstacles. We live in a world of duality. But get up anyways. Like, I didn't want to do tonight. I didn't want to come on. I almost fucking canceled it like 30 minutes before it started because I was feeling like a little nauseous. But I ate my dinner and then I came on. And it's like, sometimes you just got to keep pushing ourselves and look at what we've come through and know that it will get better. What's an effective way to stop feeling lack in yourself? To start focusing on abundance, like in a way of like gratitude. Gratitude really will shift your reality. Be grateful for things. It does work. It's hard to be consistent at because there's so many fucking things in our world that make us be like, ugh. But if you can focus on what you have, you will gain more. I promise you it works. Like, I've proven to myself that it works. I've proven to myself so many times that it works, but then I fall out of the habit of doing it because, you know, it starts to work. It's just like when you take medicine, right? And it's like if you're somebody that has like mental problems, I don't know how to say it, but like people who go with depression, right? Like they'll put you on a medicine, you start to feel better, so you stop taking the medicine and then you start to feel worse. And it's like a cycle. But I feel like you don't need that medicine. you need to focus on something that is going to be consistent every day to remind yourself of like what you have and what's good and what's beautiful, because more will come to you when you do. But it is an everyday effort that we should be trying to stick to, and it's easier said than done, I know. Have you felt any strong change in the energy lately? Yeah, this last week I was like miserable. My dad has been sending me messages like, what's the matter, I feel like something's wrong. And it's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I have been feeling. Just, I don't even know. Like, some of it is the way that I see people behave. Some of it is being tired of trying to fucking keep going. You know, it's not always easy, but I also feel like things look like they're getting worse, but it's really things are being peeled back. We're seeing more. We're having more awareness. And again, it's all about our perspective. Like, I know I could pull myself out of the darkness very easily, but I have to fucking do it. I have to get into the shower. I have to, like, show up. I have to do what I know works for myself, and sometimes that's easier said than done. But I've been feeling a lot of shifts. Within the last month, and I know I've been going through my own stuff that has been kind of like, people have said stuff to me that fucked me up. I've seen stuff like with the whole Trump thing that fucked me up. Not even just like what happened there, just like how people reacted to it. That's like, okay. And then my own personal stuff that I've got going on, like, in my life, is just adding more stress and pressure on. But I also did feel like timeline shifting, and good things will be manifesting, but we gotta go through like the shadows sometimes to get to the light. I'm off and on with writing in my gratitude journal. Yeah, try to be more, it doesn't, like, don't make it a thing of like, I have to do this, because then you won't want to do it. Be like, I get to do this, or do something that feels more rewarding for yourself. Like, I'm gonna do a gratitude challenge, so every day, like, and make it simple for yourself so that you're not looking for like reward or recognition through doing it. Like, I'm just gonna post it on my story. Today I'm grateful for this. And then give people the opportunity to say what they're grateful for, because then you get more engagement if they do. And if they don't, whatever, that's on them. They don't fucking focus on their gratitude, that's all right, whatever. But if you do it, you'll get that like recognition of yourself after 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, and you'll start to see like how it does actually manifest more things into your life. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm thank you, Paloma. Let's keep moving. Yes, let's keep moving. What was that one? The 33. 33. I've totally been like disassociated too. I'm like, I feel and see a brighter world. Hope, joy, love. I see lots of love and light around you, to and from you. Thank you very much. I do feel like better days are coming. I do. I think we all have to go through the resistance, you know, and go through the triggers. You're welcome. It says resistance is often a sign that change is happening or wants to happen. Whether we've actively called change into our lives or if its currents are going to sweep us under, change can sometimes feel uncomfortable. And as a Taurus, Capricorn, change sometimes is difficult for me. So if you've hit a wall of resistance, know that this is not the time to quit. This is a powerful moment that is asking you to grow. Breathe, relax, and remain centered. The other side is right there. Allow yourself to expand into possibilities, even if there are a few growing pains along the way. This is exactly where your personal and spiritual practices play a vital role in supporting you. Recall similar moments in the past and how things had a way of working out. Your prior self has gone through so much to get you here. Trust her and remember your tools. You're a brave beauty and can meet resistance with kindness. So I'm like, the star pose, aka Tarasana, I think is a restorative yoga pose that will gently melt resistance and tension, and it will also help release your low back, which has been in a lot of pain this last week, hips and hamstrings. So you would bend your knees out wide and bring the soles of your feet together, your pelvis 2 feet away from your pelvis, so your legs create the diamond shape. Inhale deeply as you sit tall and lengthen your spine, then exhale and fold over. So yeah, I think we've done this one before, and I tried to show you guys, but it's hard to do standing. Um, we've got this. Yes, good stuff is coming. Yeah, and whenever the resistance hits, it is an indication. And even the thing that I went through this last week with all those people, it was like the person that was running it was saying, like, if you're hitting this, it's a good thing because it means you're clearing out the stuff that's not working for you. You're acknowledging things that you may have been sweeping under the rug, or just seeing what needs to change. And sometimes we have to just go through that stuff. But the Divine Mother has us always, yes indeed. Gratitude. I just opened up to gratitude. It says adorn, choose a favorite piece of jewelry to be your gratitude charm. On day one, hold the charm and infuse it with your deepest gratitude. Let yourself be moved by the countless blessings in your life and wear this charm throughout the ritual as a sweet reminder. You can also do a gratitude jar every day for 28 days. 28 days, write 1 to 3 things that you're grateful for and put it into a glass jar. Be specific and tap into how these people, experiences, or qualities elevate your life. And then on day 29, empty your jar and read out the notes with full presence, and you may be surprised. So you could do something like that for yourself too, if that's something that speaks to you, or just make it simple and wear something that, speaks to you on that level with the gratitude. But yeah, I did bring in a candle here, or I had a candle that I made. It is a twin flame. What do you call it? It's one of the golden ones. It's for abundance, but it's rose and lavender. So rose is going to engulf us in love. Lavender will help us release any stress, anxiety, or things that are keeping us back from the things that we desire. And then that golden light is to help us with abundance and manifesting all of that. So I'm gonna flip you guys around. Hopefully, they've changed all the freaking buttons again. There we go. So we will light that. I'll turn off some of the lights. And I did have like intentions in my head about tonight, because I've been aware of things in the collective and energies that I just haven't been feeling, the best. And I saw something today in my house. I saw it. My dog saw it too. I saw like a head. Okay, so where I live, there's stairs outside of my bedroom door, and it was like somebody walked by the steps, like, but on the ground. So like all you could see was their head. I fucking saw it, and both of my dogs that saw it were flipping out. So it was definitely something up in here, and it was shadowy. So I did do Palo Santo when I saw that, but I feel like, that stuff is just, it's not even necessary. I'm not scared, like I don't want anybody to be scared or freaked out about that type of stuff either. But I do feel like the shadows are coming up. There could even be a past version of myself, or a version of myself that wants to be brought into the light so that I can heal and integrate things, to release what is no longer serving us. And I do feel like I need to take action. If anybody else out there feels guided to take action in their life to cut out anybody or anything that isn't serving you, to block people, block energies, block anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Your beliefs, your mindset, your energies. Like, I feel like that's one of the main things that blocks us in our life is our beliefs, feeling like we're not worthy enough, we're not good enough, that we have to change something about ourselves, that or even just feeling black, feeling stuck, feeling like we're never gonna get anywhere. I love the messages, they resonate. I want to reconnect with gratitude. Yes, it's always a good thing to do, and it's simple, but it is powerful. I always say that, like, when you're trying to manifest, focus on what you already have, and what you can achieve and what you can attract. A lot of us immediately jump to things like, oh, but I can't, or nobody else, or papa da boops. And it's like, no, look through the loophole. Look, like, I did a reading for someone to do with career this week, and they were like, nobody in my area does that. And I'm like, well, that's good, because that means you're not going to have any competition, man. You'll be the only one doing it, so do it. But we look for those blocks rather than than the openings. And we got to start looking for the openings. You got to start looking for the opportunities that are presented to us. You know, and it's easier said than done. I know I do it to myself plenty of times, but I want to just clear this space and clear the energy. I call on protection. I ask for the archetypes to join us tonight and assist us as we ignite this light. Call on the abundance and the blessings, the love. We call on the Great Spirit, Creator, on the emissaries of light, to bring their light into our lives. And I've been seeing a lot of synchronicity with the Pleiadians as well, which even the 7 years ago thing. So my dad came back into my life on 7/21, 7 years ago. And I've been seeing a lot of 7/11. He messaged me tonight at 7/11 with my phone at 77%. Just a lot of confirmations. I pulled out my divine feminine charm for the full moon, first time this season. Awesome sauce. So infuse that with that energy of gratitude. Be grateful for all that you have received. Be grateful for the divine feminine energy. Be grateful for your awareness, your consciousness, your synchronicity, your ability to see things that other people don't always see. Even those little things that a lot of times we start taking for granted. I know because I've seen numbers like, I don't know, 10, 11 years now. So sometimes I don't really, give them as much recognition as I should. But those are all signs and indications. They're messages we are receiving in every moment. But we also need to be conscious about what we're receiving in every moment and what we're doing with what we're receiving. I've been being guided to do certain things and I keep putting it off, or I keep waiting, or I keep letting other things distract me from doing it. It's hard to be an empath in this world and like to keep pushing through sometimes, but it does help to push through when we start to feel the darkness, or we start to feel defeated, or we get a little triggered by what's going on in the world around us. What is this? This says purify and cleanse. I don't even know if this will work. I'm going to light this. And it's interesting because I called the dolphin thing that I was going to be doing purifying and cleansing. So I'll have this be part of that as well. Tonight, when I'm done with this, I will figure this out now that I know how many of these I have. I want to be more of the divine feminine because I tend to be more in the masculine energy. Well, you already are the divine feminine. We all are. We are already all balanced between those things. Sometimes we just exhibit one more thing over the other. But you are a woman. You are divine feminine. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with exhibiting your masculine energy. Sometimes we think that because of how society is, but sometimes it's necessary to survive, as long as it doesn't become totally imbalanced. But try not to own like I need to do this or that I'm not that, because you already are. Like we all are. We all have feminine and masculine within us, and just start being grateful for things that you have right now that are feminine. Like I'm grateful for my breasts. I'm grateful for my ability to, enhance my sensuality. I'm grateful for my sensuality. I'm grateful that I have this divine feminine essence, speak it into existence more and enhance it more. I think sometimes we see things like on TV or on social media and we think like, oh yeah, like these women are so much more feminine or something, but like a lot of times what we see isn't reality. Like I don't walk around with full face makeup on. I don't walk around like I look like a homeless person most of the time. But it doesn't make me any less of a woman or any less feminine to look that way or to be comfortable. We don't have to be rocking big heels and fake boobies and a bunch of makeup to be feminine. Not saying that that's what you think of it, but again, a lot of what we have been seen or shown isn't really what it's all about. You know, like think about the girly parts of yourself. Like you like to do a lot of stuff that's feminine. You're into the art, you're into poetry, you know. I'm sure you like things that are beautiful, like flowers and things like that. Your scented candles, yes. I don't wear makeup much, and that's totally fine. I feel like for you, you need to embrace that other aspect, the Mars, like battlefield, you know, like the Amazonian. Like I'm an Amazonian. I'm gonna fight for something. I'm gonna fight for what's right. Having passion, it's passion and desire and drive, something that ignites you from inside. I am courageous, steady, and strong. You know, that Mars energy um, it's there. It's inside of your Taurus. So embrace it. Celebrate your lineage and honor your ancestors too. Like the women that have lived before you. You're here healing and breaking generational curses. And play is my pathway to joy. So enjoy yourself too. Have fun. Don't make everything feel like a war or a battle. Have the balance between things. Yes, like Xena. Yeah, that's exactly it. Dress up, you know. And how can you, and think about it too, like don't let me put something onto you. What feels right to you? Like I'm thinking of that fucking meme where she's like, I'm a feminine flower. Have you seen it? uh have you seen the Xena warrior princess? I'm I'm a delicate flower. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up because it's funny. Oh, it won't show the whole thing. Well, this is her face in it. She's like, I'm a delicate feminine flower. That's the energy that I feel like might help a little bit. But also what you feel like will help you. Like, how do you feel like you want to do your feminine energy is okay. And then proper rest helps me feel and look my best. I've been resting a lot this last week. Like, um, and then I feel guilty for it too, but it's like I need to fucking rest. If I don't feel up to my best, I don't want to force myself to create something or put something out there that's not charged at its best ability. And if I'm letting things like linger in the back of my head and analyzing why somebody would say what they said, or why is the world doing what they're doing, or how do people not fucking see this stuff, like when that stuff's going on in the back of my head, I tend not to create. I tend not to put that stuff out there because it's like, I don't want to push more of that. I posted that on my Facebook. I have too. It is funny. I think it's just it's what women are though. Like a lot of the times we have that in us, especially if we're fucking hungry, if we're tired, if we're restless. Um, we have hormones. I can hear that thing sizzling, so it's like speaking with us. It's like it's okay to be all of those things. Being feminine isn't always, you know, sunshine and lollipops. It's the fullness. It's tapping back into that power, which I feel like is going to be rising again. I keep having like a memory pop into my head, but I can't remember if it's real or not. Like I'm like, did I really say that or not? Like, but it's to do with like the rise of the feminine, which I feel like is happening. But feminine is complicated. It's not just one thing. I was thinking of reviewing that show in parts, but yeah, do it, man. Like if you like it and you're drawn to it, if these synchronicities are popping up for a reason, that's a lot of times what all I do is I follow the synchronicity. Like they keep showing me dolphin, I do something with dolphin. They keep showing me, you know, certain numbers. I pay attention to the numbers and see where they guide me. Um, but yeah, you know, do what you feel guided to do because that's you listening to spirit, you know. And I saw that a lot of people have been like looking like, how do I connect more with spirit? And it's like just listen to the synchronicity. Like that's how they connect with us, that's how they communicate with us. Be open and take action, and things like that will guide you. But look, it says I am ready, thank you. So just be ready and open to receive those guidances and then take action on them. I am of the earth and I am in harmony with nature. So also allow that to be balanced, you know. I honor the natural process of growth and transformation. Butterflies have been significant. I've noticed this last like month, even more. Um, That's number 40. Seen so many signs today, or some stars. So that was sisterhood before this, but what does this say? From the moment we leave the womb, we journey through many life cycles and transform along the way. Growth is a natural process and change is inevitable. You're going through a metamorphosis and expanding with increasing beauty. Honor your growth and allow a joyful lightness to enter your journey. Butterfly has arrived as a symbol of grace, joy, flight, and transformation. She's a messenger flooding about with alluring lightness and expressive color. From a slow-moving caterpillar to a tightly wound cocoon, an exquisite butterfly in the sky, she does not deny the natural process of her evolution. It's what makes her so incredibly special. Butterfly is here to remind you that you are on track to becoming an expression of your highest self. Have patience with yourself. So, sometimes we got to go through those little times. So, although it looks and feels different for each of us, creative expression is fuel that inspires, heals, and transforms. When we answer the call to shape an idea into art or allow imagination to be free, we unlock our creative potential and help to remodel the world within us and around us. Playfully dive into this ritual as your own hands transform something ordinary into something extraordinary. So, I think we might have done this before or something like it. Gather materials, set up your space, take a moment to tune in, then allow your imagination to bloom. It's create art as a weekly ritual. So like each week, creating something, and you can use like old plates, magazines, newspapers. That's another synchronicity I've had is vision boards. Creating a vision board. And you don't have to do it in the physical. Like if you say you don't have all those tools, you can go on Canva and make one for free with all the little things that they have in there. Or do whatever you feel guided to do with those types of things. Like I have all these art supplies and all these tools that I can use to create beauty. So, but I feel like this is also confirmation for you to create what you're talking about, like reviewing that show in parts. Because this came out, like we live in a modern age now where like art and creativity and expression is totally different than how it was before. Like people are doing AI art, people are doing this type of art, and it's all still like it's what their vision is wanting to be. So honor what you feel guided to do, and who knows, it may be something that becomes very powerful. Maybe a lot of people, look, I'm on the right path and divinely guided. Listen to your soul. Listen to spirit. I feel like you're being guided to do something different and unique, And I've seen those types of things. I think I've watched something similar within the last week. I can't remember, but like something, what the hell was it? Somebody was doing like a review of the show. It was a show where they like took women and they were like, we're gonna make you beautiful. And they did like all this fucking shit to them, and it was really bad. They did like 3 months with them, but it was like they gave them a breast augmentation, they gave them a nose job. The Swan, it was the Swan. I watched a woman on YouTube talk about the Swan, and it was all separate and it was, and it's how her channel blew up actually. But it was funny to look at what we used to watch on TV and be like, oh my God, like that's not nice now. Oh, this is for everybody. This isn't for just one person. But yeah, that's how most of it is here too. Like when I do this, it's like this is the collective energy, So take what resonates. Do what you feel guided to do. She had just commented about, feeling guided to do something weekly. And I feel like that came out as confirmation, but I also feel like that's for everybody here, is to like, honor that natural process inside of you. Like if you're feeling guided to do the Swan TV show was the name of it. I don't know if she'll pop up, but there was a woman that did like right here. This is the lady. The Swan season 1 plastic surgery, like she did a whole thing on it, and her channel blew up while she was doing it. But it was like so many of these women got engaged after this. I don't know. It was really bad. They did like some really bad shit to these ladies. Like, oh, you're not beautiful now. We're gonna change everything about you and make you beautiful. I was like, oh no. There are so many energies going around. No, that's okay. Totally okay. I'm a little ADHD too myself. I've been like having a hard time focusing this week, having a hard time wanting to like decide on what to do with myself, you know? So I've been, look at that. I just saw the focus. Focus. Let's see what they say. When we focus on what's working in our life, we magnify. So yeah, let's focus on what's working. Let's focus on what's good instead. Because I also think that's an epidemic too. Um, and I think it's by design. Like they have this shit that's there that's like 3 seconds long. Dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. Distraction, distraction, distraction. And it keeps us like, Arr! So I feel like a lot of the people who identify with ADHD, it's been created out of our world, out of all of these distractions. And you know, like I'm not taking away from anybody that's diagnosed as ADHD. I feel like I definitely have all of the symptoms of it, but I feel like it got worse in the later years. um and I feel like so many fucking people have had it or have it now or feel resonant with it because of all the distractions. But this is a mantra: art, feel freely, breathe as you take steps forward in healthy thinking. So it's set up your workspace again with like paper, artsy writing supplies, watercolors, uplifting elements as flowers, a cup of tea, essential oils, music, candles. Set up your workspace, then rip your paper into the desired size. And on the center of your paper, write, I focus on what is working. And then with your art supplies, get creative and customize your own uplifting mantra art and let your unique expression flow. And place this mantra where you'll see it often. So I've actually done this before. I created like an affirmation mandala, and I had like a whole workshop. We all came together and we spent the time and like we made like a mandala, and then it was like, I am beautiful, I am amazing, I am this. So it's kind of like, sounds like that, you know? But whatever's working, like focus on what's working in your life and try to manifest more of that. And doing things like this, I feel like will bring our focus back and our attention back into the moment rather than like all the distractions and the things that are going on around us. I will gather some tools and some supplies for the next time that I go live so we can create something. I have some stuff up here, but I don't feel like it's it's not the right stuff in the moment. But yeah, I will do a live so we can create some mandala art like I've done in the past if people would like to do it. Basically, what I did then was I got like black pieces of paper and the white chalk ink or the white chalk pen, and I kept it very simple. Like I did like a mandala and then wrote within the places. I have it downstairs. I can show people. But you can do it in color. I even have, I like it's so hard because I have so much stuff that I could do with people, but it's like you're not here, so I can't do it. I'm not diagnosed either, but I definitely feel it. Um, I feel strong women are cool. The guy I used to talk to is into that Xena. See, maybe that's the thing, man. You got to be Xena, that strong warrior princess. Um, yeah, I have so many things here that it's like I could share with people. Like I have coloring books and arts and craft supplies up the ass, but it's like everybody is out there and across the world. I craft with my core desires with certainty and ease. I should just use it, and if somebody likes it, they like it. Um, and they can join in and get their own supplies or even just create the stuff and then have it available, because I've had people want to purchase art that I've done in the past, and they have purchased some of it. Like all of my charging plates got sold. My drawing of my pyramid got sold. There's a lot of things that I've created that people purchased. I have all these things I keep thinking I need to get rid of too that I made. I made a bunch of dream catchers, but this was like the first one I made. And it was actually like 10 years ago or 9 years ago, like a couple of days ago, 9 years ago, I made this. I went to New Hampshire to Diana's Bath and learned how to make dream catchers, and then I came home and I was like hyper focused on making dream catchers. So I started making a lot of dream catchers. Got a little bit weird. There's one up behind me on that. It's not finished. Doesn't have any flowers on it or feathers on it. But yeah, you can create whatever you like. Thank you. I like dream catchers too. There we go. So yeah, my home is a sacred space full of beauty, inspiration, protection. I could show people how to make those as well. It's not hard at all. It's very easy to do. All you need is, you know, either we use grapevine and then sinew, but you don't have to have sinew either. You like sinew is like a sticky stuff, but you don't have to have that. You can also have like yarn or like cord or whatever, but however you want to do it, really. But look, my dreams reveal that magic is real and anything is possible. So I don't know, maybe I should put those out for sale because I don't need all of them. I made them originally to sell them, but I never like posted them for sale. I can see one, two, like 4 of them at this moment that I have in here that are just here. But it's not hard to make those things. It was like one movement, but I got a little weird about making it perfect. I made like little tiny ones too. I didn't make this one, but I have made them this size because you can go to, what do you call it? I know. If you guys live closer, I could do all this stuff with you because I've done these things in person with people. But if you go to Michael's, they have like these little round rings of different size. They're like metal rings. And then I take the leather and I wrap the leather around the outside of it. And then I get the sinew for the inside of it. And however far apart you keep these two, like as you go around, will determine how close the pattern inside gets. But if you do it spaced out evenly, you'll get a perfect symmetrical pattern. And it's wicked simple. It's just like one, like you do the same thing over and over and over till you get close to the middle. And then when you get to the middle, you can leave a little hole and break it off. These guys went all the way to the center, as you can see, but I feel like this was like mass produced. I didn't do the mass produced, obviously. This one is one of the metal, like that first one over there. This is a metal ring I got at Michael's. Very simple. I wrapped it with I have all the stuff to do it. And then I got these little guys at Michael's. It was like little beads that you put on there, and then you just leave a little hole. This one was out of grapevine. If you get grapevine outside, it's very bendable. I made it when I was in New Hampshire, came home, the dog ate it, so I had to redo the whole thing. But, you know, these are just things that I got at Michael's too. It's like a string of tiger's eye. It's very simple. Don't be overwhelmed, because I don't know, I always think things like that are simple, but some people struggled with it. But I think if you give yourself time and you don't overwhelm yourself, you don't freak yourself out, it'll be easy enough to do, you know. I'm a little weird with stuff, like I'm like, I need it to be perfect, but practice makes perfect. It gets easier each time you do something. This was one of like the first ones that I did that I don't like at all, because it didn't come out perfect. But this is grapevine, so it's not a perfect circle. So I started going to Michael's to get the perfect circle so I could have the perfect interior. But this is one of the ones that I made out of the grapevine. But if you have grapevine somewhere nearby, which you might be surprised if you live on the east here, you might have it. If not, just go get the perfect fucking circles, because those are easiest to do. I'd get a spool of leather. I have all the colors too. I have light, brown, black. I have everything you need to do everything with. I just don't have everybody here with me, so it sucks. 10-10. I don't know, maybe I need to travel around. Yeah, see, I come to Pennsylvania. You're not that far from me. People keep saying to travel. I'm in Massachusetts, so I go straight down to Florida and then back up and show everybody this is how we do these things. I used to do a lot of stuff in person, but then I started doing stuff online. I didn't have time to do it in person. But I do miss making things like that, you know. Now I just have a bunch of supplies. That's like I gotta do something with it, because we're moving and I can't. Well, I can bring it with me. I just don't feel like bringing all of it with me. So maybe I'll make some stuff, put it out there, show people how to do it. But yeah, Um, oops. I don't know what you spelled wrong. Oh, awesome. I didn't even notice. I was looking at southeastern Pennsylvania for something wrong. Um, so you would have gotten away with it from me. Not a big deal. I think that's part of the ADHD too, is our brains like, I saw something like if you write words where like you have uppercase letters and lowercase letters within the words, it's like easier for us to read it all. And we skip things over, so that's why, because it's like bloop, we skip part and we don't need the whole word to know what it said. Like when I joined the Starseeds group in Facebook years ago, we were all like, "Oh my God!" It was like Pleiadians. There was so many of us in there, and we all were saying stuff to each other so fast, but a lot of times we would spell shit wrong because we were like, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, we could still read what everybody was saying, like it didn't matter. Sometimes I wonder if I'm dyslexic. Maybe, but if you are, that probably means you're very creative in other areas. Sometimes we don't focus on like the logical left side as much, but our right brain creative side is much more powerful, inspired, able to do things in a lot better way. So even if there is like a default or something off on one side, you're good on the other. Yeah, look at, we got the witch and the warlock. You're all good. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't be a prisoner. See, I feel like that's one of the things too I've been feeling this week is like the seclusion is because I see through shit on this earth that makes me feel like I don't want to integrate. I don't want to. I don't want to be connected. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be like mixed and meshed into the things out there that don't feel good. I just want to create nice things and share nice things. But that's not the reality of the world we live in sometimes. Sometimes there's not nice things happening, and we still gotta keep showing up to be the phoenix of transformation. We've agreed to come here, which is like, but yeah, honoring the ways of the sacred feminine, the cycles of the rebirth, using our voice to chant and channel will help us, even if it's spelt wrong. Yep, even if it's spelt wrong, channel, put your words out there, don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm gonna go and do my things now that I know what I have here. So the Syrian dolphin thing will be coming. And I am going to do the How to Connect with Spirit series, but I'm thinking, I don't know, I think I'll mix in both, like how to connect with Spirit and how to connect with the Pleiadians, how to connect with the Syrians, how to connect with the, because I know a lot of people like the full, like the vast thing, but other people might like more of the starseed thing. So I will mix those things together in there. But yeah, thank you guys for being here with me tonight. Hopefully you guys have a beautiful full moon, and hopefully these energies continue to shift in the right vibration. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of the month. In Monet. Namaste.